Hello everyone, welcome to another training session with Vice President Lawrence Turner. Very excited to be doing this training with you today. So on some important topics that have helped me in my career over the time, and I'm sure it'll definitely help you. So what I want to do is kind of teach you some concepts that can help maybe build momentum in your business. Get promoted. If that's your goal of trying to do, is to get these things accomplished. And these are some things that you definitely want to master. So I hope you have a pen, paper, some pencils to take some copious notes, because I'm telling you folks, this is what's helped me, what I'm going to go over today, to get from an agent to a vice president, because I've implemented these. And sad to say that if you don't master these concepts that I'm going to go over, it could cause frustration in your business. Definitely can. And it can do something very unfortunate and have you quit the business. And we don't want you to do that. You got involved in FES to become a success, to help your family out, to live a lifestyle. But you have to do some things that's going to help you get to that point. And I think these two topics that we're going to talk about today will definitely help you there. So let's get started with this. Again, the training topics we're going to talk about is, number one, we're going to talk about time management, and then we're going to talk about activity management. These are two things that you have to manage in order to get your business going. And again, it has helped me tremendously, and that's why I want to share this with you, because maybe it could help you in your business. So when we talk about time management, we're talking about putting together an accountability system for hours of operation. See, in your business, you still have to have hours of operation. Just like a brick and mortar business, they have hours of operation. You have to have the same thing. When are you available to work to build your business? So what I've done, and what was taught to me a while back ago, is to put together a calendar. So you can find out when are your hours of operation. See, when I first got started in this industry years ago, I was in the Air Force, and I was in this part-time. So I had to put together a schedule to find out when I could work the business, and I knew I could work it when I was working in the Air Force. My hours was Monday through Friday, from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock. Those were my hours, so I couldn't work the business during that time frame. So I had days open. I had all of Sunday, the evenings on a weekday, and then all of Saturday. But let's say on Sunday, hey, listen, maybe you may have church in the morning or in the afternoon. And then Saturday, you may want to have a date night with your spouse or your significant other, or spend time with your kids, whatever the case may be. You mark off those days that you can't work the business, so you can see what days you have available to work the business. And then let's say on Tuesday, like here in Las Vegas, we have a weekly overview here in Vegas every Tuesday. And we want to make sure everybody plugs into that, because that's your energy source. You want to plug. You have a live overview that you have in your area. You definitely want to plug into that every single week, because that's where you go to get re-inspired, to get re-motivated, to help your teammates when they're bringing new people. Nothing creates more excitement than a bunch of people coming in, creating energy. I mean, that's what you want, because we've always been taught, hey, listen, energy equals money. If there's no energy, it's going to be hard to make money. So you want to participate in your weekly meetings, and we have that. So let's say we put that on our calendar. And then the other days, you can see what you have available. Sunday night you have available, during the week, the evenings on the weekday, and maybe a Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, you have those available. But you put together your schedule. What's your work hours that you can't work the business? Here's an example. Like, here's mine. And it changes. It changes. It depends on what's going on in my life, what's going on in my business, that this schedule could change. But as you can see, I have things. I have working out, because I definitely want to stay physically fit. Social media, dealing with that, because that's what a lot of businesses is gained from, is social media. So you want to definitely work on that. That's in the morning time. Check your email, go through your back office. Personal time, where I want to have personal time for myself. I got that in there. Personal growth, talk to teams and recruits and clients, going out, getting those. Calls to the team and so forth, trainings on Saturday, all those things you want to put right in front of you, so you can see exactly what are my hours of operation. It's so important that you put this calendar together to help you have organization. See, that's what hinders a lot of people, is they have chaos going on in their life. They don't feel they're getting things accomplished, because you don't have a calendar to give you hours of operation. Now, another thing that has helped me with my time management is this. I learned this years ago when someone told me, Lawrence, before you go to bed, write down the 6 most important things you need to do the following day. So when you put this form together, you sit down in order of importance, what you have to do the following day, right before you go to bed. And let's say you didn't get all 6 of them done. Well, what you do, the ones you didn't get done, put them on to the next day so they can be on your list. And then some of you may be saying, well, I don't have 6 things to do. guess what it's going to cause you to do? Because you got to put 6. It's going to cause you to think. And see, a lot of us haven't thought in many, many years. We're so used to doing things and you're just on automatic, so you don't even think anymore. But this form is going to cause you to think. But when you do these things, you're going to have such a smooth day. You're going to feel so organized, so accomplished. I promise you. But you got to understand something. You got to do this. You got to make sure it's a habit. And the only way to make this a habit, you have to do this for 90 days. 90 days straight of doing this form right here will become a habit. And you'll feel, I'm telling you this right now. When this was taught to me, this was brought to my attention and showed me to do this in order to have organization in my days, man, I just got so much accomplished, so much smoother. And then I didn't feel guilty when I wasn't doing my business because I got everything done that I needed to get done. So let's talk about activity management now. Activity management, this is something that's very important. This sometimes is a pet peeve with me with people because they're not managing their activity. When you don't manage your activity, that could cause challenges in your business and your productivity. So you got to think about this. Let's say you're a manager and you have a sales force and you're doing telemarketing. You're making a bunch of phone calls. The district manager wants to come down and take a look at what's going on in your operation because the numbers are low. And they comes in and they say, let me ask you a question. How many calls have your team made? And you say, I don't know. That's not a good thing. Well, how many follow-up calls on the calls that they did make? How many was that done? You say, I don't know. See, that's not a good thing because you're not managing your activity or your Salesforce activity. And that can cause what? You being fired. But see, here you can manage your activity because we have something that I want to share with you today that's helped me in my career so tremendously because it helped me go from an agent to a vice president by using this technique, by managing my activity, and I want to share it with you. See, when you see people that are having success around the company, throughout the country, it's so exciting to see that. And you can be one of those people. But you got to understand this. People sometimes think, well, that person is lucky. It's not that they're not lucky. It's that they create their own luck. See, the harder you work, the luckier you get. So what you have to do is work hard, but you got to work smart also. And when you're doing that, manage your activity. And I want to show you how you can manage your activity, get better momentum, get more productivity from yourself and from your organization to help you get those promotions, to help you earn income, get in the R&R club, get in the medallion club, get the six-figure club ring, go on trips, all the accolades and things that the company so graciously offer us. You can be a part of that if you manage your activity. And that's what we'll call the power of the Players Club. This is something I'm telling you, I swear to. This is a powerful form right here. And I want to go over with you so you could probably implement this into your daily life and your business to help you gain momentum. Because we talked about time management, using the calendar, writing down the 6 most important things you need to do the following day. Now we're going to talk about this Players Club. This is specifically a form to manage what you do. Okay? All it shows is a form that shows you there's 50 slots for 50 names. All we want you to do is meet 2 brand new people a day. 2 people a day. Get their name, phone number, and email address. That's all you want to do is talk to them. We have scripts on what to say when you meet those people to get their name, number, and email address. And when you meet them, you put them on here. You reach out to them and contact them within 24 to 48 hours. And when you contact them, guess what? We have a script on what to say when you contact them. Now, when you contact them, you want to send them information, just a snippet about what we're all about. And you can either use your FES Connect page, or you can use, I'm the loss of my mind, Players Club, and oh my God, I can't believe this is so hilarious. Protection That Pays. I'm so sorry. Protection That Pays or the FES Connect page. Send them that or whatever information you want to send them, but make sure it's professional because all you want to do is just give them a little bit of information to see if they have some type of response, or they want to see if they want to see more information about what you do. So just something short, send it to them, and then when you send it to them and you've confirmed that they watched it, then you want to put their name down in this area where there's 15 slots. So out of the 50 people that you meet, you want to get 15 of them to watch the information that you sent them. Not the ones that you just send it to them and not knowing if they watch it. These are the ones that you confirm that they saw the information. Now, out of 50, you got to remember this. Some of those people give you wrong phone numbers. Someone won't return your call, won't return your text. That's going to happen. You're going to make a phone call and it's going to ring 1 or 2 times, and what's going to happen? You're going to go straight to voicemail. You know what you just got? You got swiped. So expect those things to happen, but out of the 50, 15 of them watch the information. Now, here's this lower part. The lower part is that out of the 15 that watch the information, you should have 5 of them that have either joined the business as an agent or became a client. You do that every month, I'm telling you, you will build momentum in your business like you can't believe. That is going to happen. See, when we're talking about managing activity, if someone comes to me, because I've had people come to me, and they say, Lawrence, I'm not having any results, I'm talking to a lot of people, I'm talking to a bunch of people, I'm talking to a ton of people. See, the first thing I say is, what's a ton of people? I don't know what that is. That's the main thing. What is that? So when someone asks me that, the first thing I say is, let me see your Players Club. Let me see your Players Club, because I can find out what the challenge is in your business. So I'll give you an example. Let's say it's close to the end of the month, and you have 10 people on your list at this top portion, where it's 50. And you only have 10 people on that list. Well, that's telling me that you're not talking to a lot of people. See, whoever talks to the most people wins. And that's what you have to do. It's a numbers business. You got to get that in your head. This is a numbers business. You have to talk to a bunch of people. So if you only talk to 10, that's your problem. You're not talking to enough people. Let's say it's close to the end of the month. Let's say you have 42 people on your list at this top part. And then down here in the 15 area, you have 2 people. 2 people that have confirmed that they watched the information. Well, I see what your problem is. Your problem is with the follow-up. You're having challenges following up with the people that you made contact with. We need to fix that, and that can be fixed. See, I'm identifying the challenges you're having while you're not having productivity. And then let's say, close to the end of the month, you have 42, 45 people up here. You got 11, 12 people down here, but you have no one that have signed up. See, I know what the problem is. What are you saying to people? You have challenges closing people. See, that can be fixed. You're saying, you must be saying the wrong things. You have a challenge to close. So I can fix that, but the only way I can understand what's going on in your business if you do this form right here. That's something that can be fixed. And that's how you manage your activity. See, what I did is I did a training, a Super Saturday training a while back. This was back in July, and it was towards the middle of the month. And I showed people that this is my Players Club. See, I'm not going to teach you something that I don't do, because I know when I want to get promoted, when I want to produce momentum in my organization, I pull out the Players Club. And it shows you, here's the people I contacted, or who I met out there while prospecting and so forth. And again, we have scripts for those things, so make sure you have those scripts. And then out of these people that I've contacted, these are the amount of people that have watched the information I sent them, either my FES Connect page or Protection That Pays. I sent them that information. Or we sat down and just got together and did a quick one-on-one or something like that. Or conference call or three-way call or something just to give them some information to them. And then out of those people, look, 3 of them have already signed up, and it's just the middle of the month already. They became agents and or clients. But I also did something with this form also. On the back side of that form, I put a thing where I can take notes from each one of the people that I've met, because sometimes, as you mature in age, you start to forget things. So what I did is I put this list together so I can keep track on my conversations, or how I met this person, what happened, so I'll know exactly how to deal with that particular person. So it coordinates. If number 1 was Jonathan, I go to the back of the page, number 1 would be Jonathan's email and what happened. Like this guy, I met him at Red Lobster, sent the video on this day. So I know what happened with that person. Very, very powerful form. I think if you truly commit to this form, you will see so much momentum in your business. You are not going to believe. You're going to be coming in here to your overviews, what have you, with a big smile on your face, because you got so much going on. I'm telling you, this form works. It truly, truly works. So you think about this. We have this saying when we talk about this form. It says 2 people a day brings freedom my way. 2 people a day brings freedom my way. Think about this. What if you say, okay, Lawrence, I'm going to commit. I'm going to commit to do that Players Club form. Here's you do the form. You have made 50 contacts, and out of those 50, 15 of them watched the information you sent them. And then out of those 15, 5 of them became agents and or clients. But check this out. See, it's not all about you. It's about getting other people into this game also, other people to become players. Because you don't want everybody to be spectators. You want them to be players. So let's say out of these, let's say the next month, 4 of your teammates, plus you, that's 5, did it again. 5 people doing the Players Club, 250 new contacts, 75 people have watched the information that you sent them, 25 became agents and or clients. How about the next month? 10 of you committed to doing the Players Club. 500 new contacts, 150 people watching the information that you sent them. 50 new agents and or customers. How exciting is that? You got so much momentum. I promise you, you'll be getting promoted. I promise you will be getting promoted if that's happening in your organization. Let's go another level. What if 20 of you committed to doing the Players Club? 1,000 new contacts. Out of 1,000, 300 watched the information that you sent them. Out of that, 100 new agents and or clients. How would you be feeling if that was running through your organization on a monthly basis? I'm not going to even stop there. Watch this. How about you double it again? 40 people on your team committed to doing this Players Club on a monthly basis. 2,000 new people you've touched, that you've made contact with. 600 watch the information that you sent them. And 200 of them become agents and or clients. That's crazy. You would definitely be getting promoted like you can't believe. That's what you want to have happen. But like I said, it can't be just about you. You want to get your team involved on creating this type of activity. Look at this. It says if this was done every month by a sales director team, you'll get promoted between these, but I'm just keeping it as simple as possible. $28,000 in initial customer acquisition bonuses will be paid out to that team per month. This does not include level overrides or any of the other ways we get paid, any of the other bonuses. This just on the initial customer acquisition bonus. Your team will be paid. What if your team got the full customer acquisition bonus? That's $76,000 that will be paid out to your team if you guys were doing 200 people a day and getting full customer acquisition bonus. Do you know how excitement will be in your team? How much momentum will be in your team? It'll be unbelievable. But you got to commit to doing this form if you choose to. Again, you don't have to do it. But this is something that has helped me and the people that have gotten promoted. I know that they've committed to doing the Players Club. Anytime they want momentum, anytime they want promotions, anytime they want to make more money, when there's a contest, things of that nature, they pull out their Players Club form. And I think you should do the same thing also. So remember, the things you want to do is manage your time, manage your activity, and I promise you, you will see momentum in your business. You'll see the things happen in your organization that you can't believe. Don't put it off. Start on it today. Thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next training video.